Welcome guys, my name is David Pinto. They also call me Tips with Dave, and I'm here on another video. And today's video is more of a, we're not going to talk about any offers, we're not going to talk about any systems. I'm going to just give you a little bit of an inside idea of how I run my business and how I have learned that this is the right way to go about doing it. You can have different business models, but it all comes under the same bracket in terms of understanding the ecosystem. So an economic ecosystem, a business ecosystem, however you want to see it, I'm going to break it down into three main parts in this video, and we're going to talk about the ecosystem. Now, it may be pretty strange for some people to find out that I'm talking about this, but the reason for me to make this video is specifically so that I share the right mindset with most of the people that I have on my channel. Because you might notice that I am into cryptocurrency and I am doing many things with regards to trading cryptocurrency or mining cryptocurrency, and all of these aspects that I'm going to talk about is, you'll see there's a flow, there's a connection in my whole business structure that follows these main methods. And because I follow these same methods, I don't go out of pocket much, or sometimes never go out of pocket in terms of funding my businesses and allowing them to start building for themselves. So I have the patience. It definitely, when it comes to the attitudes that you should have, or the right actions that you should take, is definitely patience, okay, is one of them, and consistency is the other. Patience and consistency are the two main virtues that I think that are very important in an entrepreneur's journey as well, okay? Let's look at what I have to share with you guys today. So I've quickly done this on, you can see that I'm on a Zoom because I tend to do most of my videos on Zoom. So because I come out on videos every single day, so most of the time I don't have time to have different editing things in place, so I do it this way. So I wrote the structure down in a very simple manner, writing the ecosystem we should work with daily. Okay, notice that I'm writing we should because it also depends on you, on your decision, on what you decide, whether you want to participate in this kind of method, or you just want to throw money left, right, and center from your pocket and without really thinking and earning the amount that you need to in the bargain, right? The problem is a lot of people have extra money to spend in terms of having their savings, or you tapping into their savings and paying for stuff, which I don't agree you should do, okay? Guys, a simple method that you should have, or you can have when you're dealing with any new online business as well, would be more to the extent of looking at your savings, at least having 40% of your savings kept in savings, okay? If you have any extra money to play with, then you can go into saying, hey, I want to start an online business. Hey, I want to do this, and know the exact amount. Don't just go ahead and spend until you become a professional and until you start earning a significant income in one income stream. Then I would suggest you to leave your job if you want to. Otherwise, continue with the thing that you're doing, just like I am. I have a full-time job, guys, and I'm doing, and I have an online business. But until I become as successful as I need to, not only just to replace my income online, okay, income, full-time income, but it should replace my full-time income. It should allow me to expand my business, and it should also allow me to invest. So there are three aspects that I take into consideration for being a successful business in terms of financially successful, for me to quit my job. And until I reach that state of mind, or that financial state of mind rather, I will not do it, because at the end of the day, it's not about the money, it's about the means to an end, right? The money is a means to an end, and what I desire more is the freedom. So I want that freedom, and if I have just the same amount that I'm earning online, I would be earning at my full-time job, then there's no freedom in that. There's just the same thing, replacing one job for another job, and I don't want to do that, okay? So that's a first mindset that you should have. Now let's understand what I mean by ecosystem. Firstly, ecosystem has two significant meanings in the way I'm presenting it. Okay, the way I'm presenting it, the first meaning is that it has an economic system. Okay, there's an economic system. Now I want you to, let's broaden it down and then bring it to a personal level. But there's one key aspect that I have let go and I've not put it in this structure. Okay, there's a fourth thing, which is a hidden thing. I've not put it in the structure. The reason why I'm not putting it in the structure, because I want you to see the funnel aspect of it, and I want you to understand that a business ecosystem can become a product ecosystem, can then therefore become a personal ecosystem for you. And it's going to allow you to then organize yourself and plan your finances more in an efficient manner. And this is my aim. I want to help you guys in starting an online business and stuff like that, definitely. But first you need to have the right mentality. And one of the biggest, I'm going to lead by an example. Okay, I'm going to lead by an example, giving you a situation that each and every one of you have encountered. Political situations in different countries of the world tend to increase basic necessities, the tax prices of basic necessities. Why do you think they do this? Why do you think they do this? They do this firstly for a higher tax paid to the government, and then they can use that tax income for whatever they need to, firstly. Secondly, I want you to think about this, okay? You stay in a city, you stay in a town. Would you go ahead and purchase eggs and bread and milk in your local town, or would you go to the government or the capital city or something like that to then purchase those things? You would go to the local market, right? So each individual town, each individual country, they create an ecosystem for themselves, which is why we have different currencies in the world, and that those currencies circulate amongst each other. From the most basic products to the most high-end products, it circulates within itself. Now, what this means is that they allow expenditure, they allow spending ability within a certain structure system in itself, right? And this is what an ecosystem is made up of. It can made up of the main city centers, which are more expensive, to the peripheries of the town, which are more cheaper and have a different mentality in itself, right? So this is something that you would study in maybe sociology, anthropology, depends on the things, but I'm using it in terms of marketing because I want you guys to understand that in business, it is the same kind of ecosystem that you're creating for yourself. Many of you might have come across funnels or marketing geniuses like Russell Brunson, one of them, Grant Cardone, for example, Ty Lopez, Gary Vaynerchuk, and so on. These all are people who are creating ecosystems for themselves. They're creating business ecosystems for themselves. They're creating product ecosystems for themselves, and they're creating personal ecosystems for themselves. Their personal ecosystems we will get to. But first I want you to think of Gary Vaynerchuk. Okay, let's use him as an example in terms of a business ecosystem. He started off with helping his dad in the wine industry and build a series of videos and get everything hustled and get momentum up to a business that now he owns as VaynerMedia. And this VaynerMedia is now creating a business for himself. Okay, he has the products from low-end products to high-end products that are basically helping them with social media. They have clients that are from beginners to the topmost names in the industry at the moment. So they've created an ecosystem where somebody who comes and purchases one of their products will need to purchase a second product and third product and fourth product, because that's how they're going to get value and that's how they're going to develop themselves. So they have created with the product. So a business ecosystem is created with a product ecosystem. This is the interesting part, okay? One product congruently complements the other. Congruently complements the other, and therefore creates a ecosystem in itself with the products. What do I mean by this? Let's give you an example in my business, but we'll also look at it in maybe VaynerMedia once again, right? So they have a business ecosystem that they've created for themselves. They know that they need to go to clients who are into social media and focus on media in general to get them to the next level. That's the ecosystem that they're entering in, the social media ecosystem. The second is the products that they have in that ecosystem, has created an ecosystem for itself, which means that if you apply the certain strategies on Instagram as an influencer to become an influencer, you then can apply the certain strategies in a similar product which you've been testing on Snapchat. And then you can apply the similar, so you're creating, as you can see, congruent products that all are in demand. I'm going to pause there, guys. I'm going to pause there because I want you to understand this. They are all in demand. So a product ecosystem is a demand-oriented system. Okay, business system is a product-oriented system. A product ecosystem is a demand-oriented system. And then finally, you come to a personal ecosystem. Your personal ecosystem should be in this manner, a congruent ecosystem with your products and service, with your business and your personal life and your investments and your growth, your development, your personal development, and stuff like that. So you start to create a personal ecosystem for yourself where you feel healthy. We create a personal ecosystem is something called a lifestyle. And in a lifestyle, you have a certain expenditure that you have. So you create a higher lifestyle, as they say in internet marketing, for yourself, right? That is your personal ecosystem. You define the expenditure of your lifestyle. You define whether you want to be a $10,000 or $1 million lifestyle or no. That is a personal ecosystem. That is not affecting you so much until you reach those goals that you want to reach. But we can all have a personal ecosystem at the moment. However, your business ecosystem and your product ecosystem are connected to your personal ecosystem, because ultimately it does get you to your personal ecosystem. So you can hustle either ways, which is why I put the arrows in the directions of both. You can do it from personal to business. You can do it from business to personal. It can go both ways. But this is an ecosystem that we deal with daily, okay? And a mixture of all these three are the key elements that most people have in their business, okay? Now, I'm going to give you two examples right now in terms of what I have, okay? And I'm going to share each part of my funnel in verbally. Obviously, I'm not going to show you my funnel at the moment, but verbally, I'm just going to break it down for you and let you know what it is, okay? So let me try to quickly just maybe write some things on the whiteboard. So let's write here my funnel, sorry, okay? And then let's write down here, let's drag it a bit, future net, and you may ask me what this is. We will get into it, okay? We'll get into it. Then we have OSP, and we'll use that as a second, okay? And then we have your truck, sorry. Give us a second. That's better. And last and not least, you have education. And we have trading. And we have mining. So I've written the different elements down for you guys about my funnel. And now I will just place it and show you exactly how it fits in, okay? How it fits in the ecosystem itself. So there are two main parts to my funnel, and I'm going to leave it like this so that you guys can see that there are two main parts to my funnel, okay? So this is one part, and this is the other part, okay? And finally it gets you whatever. If you can see this, it's dollar signs, or maybe I'll just put this, okay? So let's add this like this. So let's quickly go into details. this is how my funnel is broken out into. There are two main parts. Okay, there's FutureNet, Future Ad Pro, and Futuro Network. This in itself is a business ecosystem. Okay, so let's quickly, I want to go to Whiteboard again, get an arrow, and let's quickly do this. Okay, yeah, okay. FutureNet, Future Ad Pro is an ecosystem, a business ecosystem. Online Sales Pro is a product, is part of my product ecosystem. I will explain all these details, guys, okay? My traffic sources is also part of a product ecosystem, okay? Education is part of my business ecosystem. My trading is part of also both product and business ecosystem. Okay, now this may be many arrows, but you'll understand. And my mining is part of my personal ecosystem. And also these two. So mining is all three, part of all three. Okay, and we have one more here. So guys, let me just erase that for you guys so it's not there, and close this, and let's just look at it. So as you can see now, I have arrows pointing all over the place, right? Why am I saying that FutureNet, Future Ad Pro, and Futuro Network are part of the business ecosystem? The reason why I'm saying that is because they are a large business in itself that have products in products, and they allow you to allow expenditure within itself. So FutureNet is a social media platform, they have an advertising platform, and they have a cryptocurrency part. And all of them allow me to use the cryptocurrency in order to pay for the advertising, in order for me to have spend more time on the platform. So it's a complete business ecosystem, product and personal. So it's this right here is all three: business ecosystem, perfect business ecosystem. It's a product ecosystem as well because it launches products that create an ecosystem for itself. Personal ecosystem as well. But in my funnel, it's a business ecosystem, right? For me, OSP is a product ecosystem for myself. So these three are my product-based or market-based ecosystem that I've created for myself. Why? Because they complement each other. So the main thing of this is a product-based ecosystem. The second one right here, education, again, product-based and business-based ecosystem. Trading allows me to go into product, which allows, so it's all congruent. So the trading is the education that you receive, then you implement it into product, and that becomes also a personal. And then mining is all three. So this becomes also a full ecosystem on its own. So this becomes a daily cash ecosystem on its own, and this becomes a daily cash ecosystem on its own. And combined together, these methods right here, let's go to the whiteboard again and just take just a simple draw so I can show these methods right here, okay, that I use to generate more leads, to generate more sales, and everything else. They complement this right here. So this ecosystem is created where people come here, they spend money, they get a marketing system, they spend on traffic, they get education, they spend on mining, and then once they have more, they start doing the same thing. So I have created a funnel that has an ecosystem of its own. And this is how I run my business at the end of the day. Okay, I've created all these three aspects within the ecosystem of my funnel. And each product is congruent with the other. I hope you guys understand this. I really hope that the knowledge is passed in this video, because the same thing is with my trading, mining. It's a congruent offer and they're part of an ecosystem. So the person who what an ecosystem will do is allow you to start that expenditure, right? It doesn't cripple you. It just starts the expenditure and allows you to then generate income for yourself. So you're creating a perpetual wheel, which in society exists already. It's just that you're not noticing it. Maybe after this video, you might start noticing it in your daily job and routine that you cover. So I hope you guys got value out of this video. I know it's a bit longer, the video and everything that I did, the diagrams, etc., etc. But I hope you guys understood. It's not very complicated. I know that I put too many arrows in, and in fact, I just removed the arrows to make it a simplified, simplified version of it. But yeah, you don't need to worry so much about the arrows. This is the main thing that I want you to understand, is the funnel side and the ecosystem side. So just remember this. If you do, you're going to do well. Now, don't worry about the nitty-gritties of my funnel. If you want to know more about it, you will find a link in the description to each part of it. But this is the main how I run my business, right? I have my marketing set up, I have my cryptocurrency set up. But both in itself, they are an ecosystem that helps me then generate more income online. That's about it in today's video. I'm going to see you on the next one. Keep paving the way for your dreams to come true, guys. Reason I breathe.